All right. We are recording this from 50 Union Street up not the infamous, the famous driveway, and then into town to go to Bueno Y Sano. Anyway, we can just have a normal conversation.
Have you ever heard of the von Mises distribution?
I have heard of the von Mises. It's actually related to the Bessel distribution.
Oh, really?
Yes, it can be. You can construct a von Mises random variable from a Bessel random variable. But yeah, it's very.
We have this thing where this was actually a pretty interesting conversation with Ben I had the other day about we're working with actograph data, and you get like an x, y, and z. You get like 3 acceleration coordinates.
Okay.
And but because like when the hand is stationary, the magnitude of that vector is always 9.8.
Okay.
Second squared, it's always gravity.
Okay. Oh, I see.
And so you basically get a vector with the same length that's just like pointing in different directions.
Right.
Which means you can represent it equivalently with just 2 angles. I see. Which are called pitch and roll.
Okay. Oh, okay. Right.
But then you got to think about like taking it, like if you were using a linear model or something like that, taking a dot product with a bunch of angles doesn't have necessarily good semantics, particularly since like they wrap around. Like that's the biggest issue is like 181 and negative 181 are like really close to each other, but in linear space they're like as far away as possible. Right.
So you need something that's like on the...
Right. So of course the von Mises, which I had never really, I heard of it but didn't know what it was, is literally like a normal distribution on a circle.
Right.
Or on a sphere in this case. I don't know if we're going to end up using it, but I was like, that's super cool.
Well, if you need to sample from it, man, you can go ahead and import Fat Walrus, the only open source library that allows you to sample from Bessel distributions. Yes, it's on my GitHub. Fatwalrus.bessel. Yeah, actually, the paper that introduced how to first sample from a Bessel also shows how to.
It's by F. Walrus.
It's not by F. Walrus. F. Walrus is me.
I know.
I wish it was by F. Walrus. No, it's by Juan and Kolblesch. I don't know, something like that. And they show you how to construct. They show you how to construct a von Mises from basically.
No, you definitely don't need to sample from it, but it is like one thing that we could think about doing is like construct features that are like sorry, I'm gonna say this, sort of like RBF features, except you use a von Mises instead of like a standard RBF distribution. So like you're calculating distance.
Oh, cool.
You're essentially calculating like your sort of percentile in the space, but in this case percentile with respect to von Mises. Or we could just work with raw accelerometer values, which makes way more sense because then like the dot product makes sense. But it's not as cool.
It's not as cool. Wait, so did you just find the von Mises by flipping through Johnson and Kotz?
I was actually looking for it because we had talked about it on Friday.
Oh, okay, I see.
And then I was like, well, I should see if it's in here. It's not.
It's not?
It was only in reference to a future book on multivariate distributions.
Did we know her?
She's across the hall.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, well, now that I remember it, the Bessel is only in the latest edition of Johnson and Potts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, cutting edge.
Yeah. Exactly.
The latest edition from 1984 now.
Yeah, I don't know when I think it's the 3rd edition. The 3rd is the latest. That includes. Here we are in town. I had an unfortunately late night local burger.
Really?
Yeah. I went
last night?
Yeah, I was at Bishop's I was at the Watering Hole with Kevin and Robbie and Katie, and then we met my friends from high school, Emma and Kayla, and a couple of their friends. And then at like midnight, I decided that I needed to have local burger, and I went with Kayla and Emma, and Emma got poutine and Kayla got fried pickles, and neither of them ate much of either one. So I ended up eating like a veggie burger and like the larger part of a poutine and fried pickles, and
And you
I'm
felt
feeling
great
it.
in the morning.
I'm feeling it today.
Then you ran around and lifted boxes.
Yeah, then I unpacked my apartment. Then I woke up at 11, as I'm sure you noticed. And I was behind schedule. All right, here we go. The diagonal cross. Classic move.
Do you even need teeth, bro?
Do they always do this over the summer?
Yeah.
Huh. All the merchants come outside to sell their wares. It's a good call.
Just got a brand new pair of Converse, so I think he'll be all right for a while until his feet grow in again.
Why? Did someone say that?
Teenagers gotta watch out for that. They're the real problem.
I just immediately thought,
Steve?
Ooh, that looks good. Oh wow, it does smell good.
Tak, pewnie. You can breathe, bro?
I've been getting a lot of good
Breathe, bro?
flares, solar flares. What are those called?
Lens flare?
Lens flares.
Did you ever know there could be
Yeah,
that's nice.
yeah. It's awesome. It's totally awesome. All right. Bueno.